Right. Heartbeat this morning, we're talking about something very interesting that should have a lot of reactions from you, because it's an issue that borders on some aspect of our cultural practices. When you have a family asking that you have a baby for them, because that's what marriage is all about, then you know how important it is. My guest this morning will help us understand if you would allow your partner to have a surrogate partner in order to have a baby for you, a child for you, particularly if you're being chased to do that. Jessica Williams is sitting very close to me, and she is an actress. Jessica, welcome.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And then Daniel Donko is the Chief Executive Officer of Chaste Clothing to my extreme right. Grateful for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me start with you, Daniel. Would you allow that? You're married, and for some reasons, you're unable to have a child.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want your wife to go into a relationship with another man to have a baby for the family?
I think that for me, I wouldn't.
Nothing will push you to do it.
Nothing will, because I think that the focus of a marriage, or the basis for a marriage, isn't children. The basis of a marriage is companionship. So I don't think it will be right for you to allow your partner have a surrogate partner in order just to make babies now.
The family is at your doorstep every morning?
No, it's my marriage, it's not theirs.
It's not theirs.
Yeah.
I see. But you know our society here,
Yeah.
what the family thinks, that once you're married, you should have a child.
Yeah.
So no matter what they do, you won't be pushed.
No, not at all. I mean, if the child becomes the focus of the marriage, imagine if the child grows up. The child will end up leaving you. And what becomes of the marriage? Nothing. It goes down to zero. So I don't think, the basis of marriage is childbearing. No. The thing is, children should be seen as gifts from God. And if you're married and you end up having kids, I mean, praise God.
It's a gift.
Yeah, it's a gift from God. So children necessarily shouldn't be the basis for your marriage. No, not at all. It should be for companionship.
I see.
Yeah.
Jessica, how important are kids to marriage? Daniel seems to suggest that, well, that's not the reason why we marry.
Well, having children in a marriage is one of the basic, things that need to be done. It's very, very important. Everybody want to have a child because you want your legacy to live on.
Right.
You want to have somebody who's going to carry your name, and on and on and on. So it's very, very important. But then the idea of one going out to have a child, I'm not really going to side with that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that, yes. Because
the pressure is on you.
the pressure is on you. You think going in for that child is going to actually help your problem, but then it might even worsen the case.
Sure.
Yes. One, if you are to go out and have a child outside your marriage and come home, you guys thinking, oh yes, I'm fulfilled, I have a child, we have a child. Trust me.
With agreement of your partner.
With you having a mutual understanding. If the two of you are not from a really strong Christian background, it wouldn't be easy for the other partner to accept that child. Though sometimes he or she may fake, I'm happy, I'm okay, I'm fulfilled. But trust me, there is this part inside, this empty space that needs to be filled. Nobody can take that place.
So it don't work for you?
It wouldn't work. It might end up worsening the kids, because if probably the child is in the home and the other partner who wasn't part of the bearing of the child, practically, sometimes
it's not my baby.
It gets annoying. Things that a child would do that you are not supposed to take offense to, it gets to you because you feel it's not yours. You wish you could have yours. So I don't think that fill in the space for the marriage, as in to make everything work. The child, bringing another person's child into the home wouldn't be the best.
So your in-laws would prefer to bring in another woman if there's no child in the marriage, and yet you won't want to do that. Your partner agrees that, allow me to go have a lady and let me have a child by her.
You know what I think? instead of you going out to have a child with another man or woman and bring it into your home, then it's better you two agreed on that adopting a child. Basically, it's not yours, it's not mine. The feeling is mutual. So we love that child together. But then here is the case, you were able to give birth and I am here. I can't do that. Most definitely there is going to be this, how do I call it? There's something in me, you know, that wouldn't feel right with a child.
I see. So, Daniel, what about, we want to have a baby. Which has, one of us, our blood in him or her. Okay, if you adopt a child, I mean, she's totally out when it comes to the blood link. But if your wife gets into a relationship with another man and she conceives, at least that child has the blood of your wife.
Well,
so she push you to go.
No, the thing is, you know, first and foremost, I mean, going outside your marriage is wrong.
It's an agreement. The two of you decided to marry, and now you have agreed that go out there and do because of circumstances.
Oh well. Personally, I don't think I would ever agree, because you know, even let's take the Bible for example. In the case of Abraham, you know, God promised Abraham that he's going to be a father of many nations. Now, the guy was waiting. The baby wasn't coming. So the wife, I mean, like, you know, the wife gave him his maidservant.
Right.
I mean, her maidservant. And, I mean, it brought a whole lot of confusion, even up till now, you know. So, I mean, going outside your marriage, trust me, it rather wasn't the case.
It wasn't it.
So for the two of you, for Jessica, for instance, you agree adoption is the best?
Yes, it's best you adopt a child than to go outside your marriage and have a baby and bring it into your home. No, I don't agree with that.
Is it too much? Is that pressure bearing a child at all cost? Do you think that in a way it affects marriages?
Yes, it does. Not being able to bear a child, it does, because children are the joy of marriage.
Because Daniel thinks that it is not the focus, it's not the reason why we married.
Well, I think it's one of the basic reasons why we married. Yes, because if you get married, to have that joy in the home, you want to see your kids running around, the child calling you mommy, daddy, that feel, it brings joy to your soul. It even gives you a longer life, trust me. Yes. And then if you don't have a child, it's like the whole world is on your shoulder. There is this burden you are carrying, everybody. Do you understand? There is so much pressure. So I think having children in the family, it's one of the basic reasons why we get married, to have a family, to have our legacy live on. So if you can't have children on the other side, well, God gives. So if basically you can't have, going out is not an option, but you can adopt.
So will the adoption give you that satisfaction you talk about, that you have a child and he's running around, calling you mommy, daddy? If you adopt, does it give you the same satisfaction?
It wouldn't give you the same satisfaction as having your own child. No one or nothing can take the place of having your own child. It wouldn't, but then it's going to help in a way.
Half a loaf is
yes, exactly. It's going to help in a way. And with it being you not being the mother or the father, and your partner not being the mother or the father, you guys come together, agree to have a child. You can love equally without one loving the other more than you understand.
Daniel, let me put you under pressure. So your wife says, well, this is what is happening to us, and I don't want us to go and adopt a baby, a child. Now, let us go and do this. Allow me to go out, have a child. What would you do?
No, I honestly wouldn't allow her. Or, I mean, you know, there are other ways. There's a way, I don't know if you know about artificial insemination.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could be done. Probably, if the natural way is not working. I mean, going outside the marriage is just no.
It's another form of.
She's insisting.
It's a form of adultery.
I mean, it is not to even talk about adultery. Is wrong.
So you quit? Because she's insisting she wants to go out.
For me, you know, the purpose of the marriage is for companionship, not for children. I mean, if you know, through the marriage you are able to give birth, I mean, pray, like, just thank God for it. Because trust me, there are people in marriages that have been waiting for like 20 years plus.
Great. I'm not cutting, but let me take you back to the issue you raised about artificial insemination. So, if it happens that the problem is from you, the woman will need a sperm to be able to conceive. How do you deal with that?
Well, I mean, artificial insemination will take care of that.
I think it's better. Or she's going through a process, is a medical process, then you to imagine her in the arms of somebody else. At least
I mean,
that.
how would you
But
feel?
it's for a reason.
Goes and then comes back
it's for a reason.
There is no reason to do that. No, no reason is too good enough for you to take an action like that. I don't agree with that.
So in Jessica, in your case, you'll quit.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't quit.
But he's insisting that he wants to go out. Because the babies are not coming, so he says, well, I want to go.
If he still insists he wants to go out, I'm not going to accept it. Because that is a rational decision. At that moment, it's a rational decision he's taken, which he's going to regret in some years or months to come, if we are still together. Yeah. But then if he decides that he still wants to go out and have a child, who am I to stop him?
Okay.
I will let you go.
But you won't quit the marriage.
I am still going to, but then if he doesn't want me, I cannot force it. I can't force it. I will let you go. What is meant to be will be. If you are meant to be with me, you go out there, you have your children. How many years or whatever, you will still relocate me and come back if we are meant to be together.
So Jessica is...
It could be even with him. Yeah, you can have a child. Basically, if he leaves your life and another person come, God could do a miracle, and you have a child with that other person. So everything happens for a reason.
If without your knowledge, you said that you're thinking about your man in the arms of another woman is disturbing enough.
Yeah.
If he does it without your knowledge, is that agreeable? So you are there and he tells you that, well, I have a baby, a child outside marriage. Wow. You didn't know about it. The baby is in. The baby is brought home.
That would be a huge blow, trust me. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that at that moment, because you know, sometimes they say if you're not in the state, or if you're not in the moment and you are asked certain questions, you will say, oh yeah, I will do this, I will do that. But then if it happens to you,
the reality
hits you, it's a different ball game altogether. I don't know what I would do to him, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be happy with it.
Daniel, is that same with you? You won't be happy? So you don't see her in the arms of another man, but you've been married for 20 years, the babies are not coming, and then one day you get up in the morning and she says, I have a story to tell you, and the baby is in the house, and that's a baby.
I mean, that would be a very hard one, because first and foremost, you know, you've committed like adultery, so it will be a very hard one.
But then justifies the means. You're not able to make a child, so she's going out.
No, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not my child.
Yes, of course.
You know, so.
But the baby is the child of your wife. So, in a way.
She didn't bring the baby into the marriage.
Trust me, even with the men, it's going to be worse. Probably a woman will want to consider, but then a man, he will kick you out of your home. It's either your child stays somewhere and you stay in your marriage, or you and your child or your kid leave. Let's
wrap up our conversation. Last words from Daniel. And so it's a no. But when couples are faced with such challenges, Daniel, tell us, what do you think they can do? Let's wrap up our conversation.
Yeah, I think that.
Don't tell me they should pray, because we will pray.
It's not really about prayer, but you know, I think you just have to trust God.
Okay.
And do what you have to do, but don't consider going outside your marriage now.
Jessica?
Exactly. I'm going to tell you to trust God and pray. You need to pray.
Okay.
Have faith in God. And if the natural way is not working, you can try other means, but not going out of your marriage as a medical means.
Jessica, I'm grateful for your time this morning.
Thank
Daniel,
you for having
I'm also
me.
grateful. Daniel Odonko is the Chief Executive Officer of Chaste Clothing. Jessica Williams is an actress. We're very grateful for your time this morning. Wish you a great weekend. When are we seeing you guys again?
Pretty soon.
Pretty
Probably
soon.
some few hours later because I'm still going to be here.
Great. Great. Thanks so much for joining us.